My name is Scott Waugh. I'm the director of this incredible Expendables 4. Well, Sly and I have been wanting to work together for probably 5 or 6 years, and we've talked about several projects, and one of them was Expendables 4. I left and went to do another movie, so I was just finishing that, and when this came up, it was kind of serendipitous, having already discussed it with Sly many years before that. So I was super excited to jump in and be welcomed into this franchise and to hopefully bring my kind of expertise into this with my action background. So I, I was excited, still am, that I think, we can give new wings, as I say, to this franchise and have, three new cast members that are new additions to the Expendables. So it's been an interesting ride so far, even though it's only been 3 months for me. I think the challenge with every action movie always is to say, we want to see stuff that's never been done before. And you're always like, well, I mean, everything really truly has been done before. It's just a matter of how we shoot it. So for us on this one, definitely we wanted to raise the bar and really have some new exciting stuff that takes place on a ship and stuff that you probably haven't seen. But also to go back to the original film, the one that Sly directed, and ground the characters again and make you feel and care for them and really go on the journey with these characters through these crazy scenarios. So I feel like for us, it's really a blend, this movie, of kind of getting back to the roots of the original and trying to take the action to the next level while maintaining the integrity. The heart and soul of Expendables really is what we all say is like, it's like a bromance. It's what fellow men and women will do for each other in the foxhole, right? And really risk their lives and be expendable at the at the sake of your fellow brother or sister next to you. So it's a different level that you have in normal families and stuff like that. When you are fighting, shoulder to shoulder with somebody, you'll do things that's probably abnormal for others, and that's what's great about this band of people, right? They're different. They are expendable. The most fun for myself on this franchise is you're dealing with actors that are really true to the action hero, because each one has their own accolades in real respects of action. Sly's undeniable in his boxing. Jason's undeniable in his accomplishments as a diver and obviously as a fight choreographer and as a fight man now, as we've seen in multiple movies. You have Randy Couture, don't need to say much about him, with his 6 world champions. You got 50 Cent, his background alone just tells you the guy's kind of pretty legit, right? You have Dolph, legitimate fighter as well. But I think the great thing on this movie is we were able to bring some bad guys to the party that are as equal in the fight arena as these guys, with Iko Uwais, as we all know, the star from The Raid, and kind of a new guy, Darren Knopp, who is one of the top fight guys in France. And so with that, it's like all these characters are legit stuntmen, and allows me to shoot them without a stunt double, which is always a pleasure for me, and really get the audience in the action and also amongst the fighting. Expendables it's a franchise that you come to have your Coke and popcorn and enjoy yourself. You're looking to get thrills, but you're also looking to have heart, but you're also looking to have laughs. Like, I think that's the triple threat of Expendables, and I feel like we've been able to accomplish the fun factor in this movie, where you get to laugh, you get to be on the edge of your seat, but you also get to be rooting for these characters and be embodied in the story and the love story. I think it's kind of something that gets often missed. It had been in the first two Expendables this kind of interesting love story between two characters, mostly Sly, and Jason's always kind of had his. But on this one, we really go a lot farther between him and Megan Fox. And I think it's really a new level that we're bringing to Expendables, and having a love story amongst the whole thing. I think it's been interesting to watch Sly pass the baton to Jason because it's Sly's franchise. Sly directed the first one, starred in the first one. Obviously he's been a part of all three, and to to basically say, "Here, kid, here's what we've created together, but now it's yours." Uh, I think it's an interesting dynamic because, like I say, it's let our film still be grounded, but it's got new life, and it's got, okay, now we're going in a new direction, but still maintaining the integrity of the old. And so with that, we brought in new blood with Megan Fox as well, who's doing a fantastic job in the movie, and really it's a great dynamic between who we have in the cast, because we do have Dolph, we do have Randy, right? We brought 50 in, and so you got this really great dynamic with we got Tony Jaa came in, he's fantastic, and we brought in this newcomer. Her name's Levy Tran. She's playing Lash. She's fantastic. So you got a band of what I call the new band of misfits that are super talented, and they all have their own quirks, and together they egg each other on so that they not only do better things, but they also add the comedy of each other. And I think that's what I think this new Expendables is all about. The movie I did before this, still not out yet, but with Jackie Chan and John Cena, I got fortunate to work with Jackie Chan's stunt team. And when I came on board, there was a stunt coordinator left, and we needed to find somebody to fill that gap. And I recommended to Jason. I said, I just came off another movie with the JC stunt team, and I really think they'd be an awesome fit, all the Hong Kong guys. And Jason really wanted to raise the bar with the style of fighting in this movie. And we were so blessed to have Alan come on board from the JC Stunt team, and Kevin Todd and them, and they really just did a fantastic job on the movie, and really, I think, made the fights in this movie, of course, still maintaining the graphicness and violence that we need for this franchise, but also adding some creativity to the fights so that it's kind of makes it even that much more entertaining. And it was a super pleasure having the JC Stunt team with us. Well, I hope from my other movies, it definitely is a reflection on my sensibilities, because I've always believed that if an audience doesn't relate and care about my lead characters, then the action's not really that fun. But if I can get you to be immersed in my characters and love them, the action becomes much better because you actually care about them. And so for us on this franchise, especially at this number 4, I wanted to make sure every single character had their own cool arc of conflict that they were trying to overcome. And each one has probably something that each audience member can relate to and identify with. And so they can go along this experience with, yeah, I used to have a drinking problem, or yeah, what, I've lost my best friend before, these kinds of things that you just identify with. And now you get to kind of go into this fantastical world of the Expendables and have that experience with them. I think Expendables is that franchise that people love because it's tongue in cheek. We don't really take ourselves that seriously. It's not a drama, right? We are there to, like, I think people covet it because our lives in general, outside of going to the theater, is already really tough and very complicated and sometimes extremely stressful. And a lot of the time, we don't want to go pay to go experience more of that. We would rather pay to go escape it and go have some fun and laugh and go see some people blow some stuff up and enjoy themselves. And I feel like that's the chemistry that, Sly really came up with on the first Expendables. It's all about that. And I think the producers, Kevin King and Les Weldon, have done a phenomenal job of maintaining that through the franchise, and I think 4 really kind of passes the torch and lets us run with it.